Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of the College Avenue First Owner Road to Glory. My name is Jacob. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about the FUT Swap SBCs that are currently in FUT 19. We're going to be completing the week's Marquee Matchups and the first of the FUT Swap Player SBCs to get those items that you can turn in for the basically the Lalana and the El Sharawi. We'll take a look real quick here. I already completed all of the SBCs prior to recording, so I'm just going to show you guys the squads that I used. Then we're going to submit all of those, and at the very end, I'm going to open up the packs from the Marquee Matchups. Hopefully we can pull something that'll slide into our squad, because there's definitely a few places within the 2 or 3 squads that we have right now that we could use some upgrades. So let's take a look first at the FUT Swap deals, which is not going to show me in live for some reason. So yeah, all of these are various FUT Swap items. This FUT Swap event is going to be running for the next few weeks. So you can, every day there's going to be a new way of acquiring one of these FUT Swap items. Yesterday, as of recording, there was a daily objective to win 3 FUT Rivals games, gave you an untradeable FUT Swap item. Today is the SBC, this FUT Swap Deals player, the Liverpool CDM. All of them have been pretty low level silvers. I think last year they used all golds, but so far they've just been silvers. They're untradeable items. So then you can use these. What EA haven't told us yet so far is how many of these are going to be available. So I don't know if you'll be able to complete all of these if you log in every day and complete them. So the first one, not really worth much, but if you wanted to turn in, say, for example, today's FUT Swap player, you can get a premium silver pack. 3 items. So this will be available for most people if you've completed them starting tomorrow. 84 right wing Adin Januzaj. Good, not great card. Decent pace. Just okay shooting. Okay dribbling. Good enough stamina. I think though for most people, even at this point in FIFA, a lot of people will be able to buy or will already have a La Liga winger that is comparable or better than Adnan Januzaj. He doesn't have very good work rates either, and he's left foot. He does have 4-star weak foot, but being left-footed as a right winger is also not something that anyway I personally like. I'm not one that normally cuts in with my wingers. I like them to stay wide and get the crosses in. The second player is Dortmund, Paco Alcacer, transfer from Barcelona. High medium, 4-star, 3-star. Again, a good, not great card. Pretty low stamina. Um, This one is mildly usable, but again, I think a lot of people will at this point have enough coins to at least buy one Bundesliga striker that they think is better. There are a couple more packs in here. Prime Mixed Players pack, which is 4, I believe it's 4 gold, 4 silver, 4 bronze players, and then half of those are rare. I'm not really sure that that's worth it for the 4 FUT swap items. It kind of depends, I guess, on how many of these there end up being before the promo ends. 6 items for a premium gold players pack, 8 items for a mega pack, and 10 items for the prime gold players pack. And then these are really what everyone's going to be going after. I'm not sure. The last FUT swap event that they had in FIFA 18, that you didn't earn enough items, anywhere near enough items to get all of the players that they had available. So I'm sure that most likely we'll have to choose between this Adam Lallana and this El Sharawi card. I'm actually going to look at the El Sharawi one first. 90 pace, 83 shooting, 77 passing, 86 dribbling. So good dribbling, good pace, good shooting. 5-star skill moves as well for those of you that like to use skill moves. The major downside to this card, however, is that he is only a 2-star weak foot. I should have, before I started recording, compared him to Lorenzo Insigne. I'm actually going to go look at Insigne right now just to see, because he's probably, at least ratings-wise, probably the most comparable Lorenzo Insigne. Let me go just check out real quick what his card looks like. So El Shaarawy has significantly better shooting, not as good dribbling, not as good passing. Insigne does have the 3-star weak foot. There is a little bit of a height disparity there as well, though. So as of right now, the El Shaarawy card is probably one of the better wingers, left wingers anyway, for the Serie A right now. But I think even mid-game, that 2-star weak foot is going to really start costing you at some point. But it is a card that I would at least like to try, so hopefully we'll get enough FUT Swap items that we'll be able to use this. We'll be able to get both this and the El Shaarawy, or sorry, and the Adam Lallana card. So let's look at this Adam Lallana. This is the card that I think 99% of people are going to go for. High work rates. Very good all-around card. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills. That 5-star weak foot I think will keep this card relevant a little bit longer than the El Shaarawy card. Very well-rounded card. Good stamina, good aggression. Lacking a little bit in strength, but I think if used with the right combination of midfielders, I think this card will be really good for a lot of people. So this is the one that I'm probably going to complete first. My head says to get the Lallana card. My heart says to get the El Shaarawy card. But I think that if we're not able to get enough for both, I'm definitely going to end up with this El Shaarawy card. So let's take a quick look. I shouldn't have backed out right there. Let's take a quick look at the FUT Swap Player SBC. So you had to put one, pretty relatively simple. It did have to be a complete gold squad. So all of these, a lot of these guys that I ended up using were untradable, I think. Yeah, Mascherano untradable. Untradable CDM from La Liga, untradable striker. I think Moss in here is untradable. Yeah, so a lot of these guys that are untradable, so I was able to do this pretty cheap. It probably wouldn't cost most of you if you were just to buy this from scratch more than 7,000 or 8,000 coins. Maybe not even that if you're able just to get some good bids going, buy them as they're expiring, stuff like that. And then these were the, I actually realized right now that I had way more Spain players in here than I need. But very cheap, and most of these guys were untradeable for me anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and submit this. We're going to get our second FUT Swap item. I think it gives us like a little pack opening too. FUT Swap player deal complete. Yeah, it is going to give us a little bit of walk. Oh, it's not even like a full pack opening. I do really like the art design. We get our Revella. I'll botch that name, I'm sorry. We're going to store him into the club. We're going to take a quick look at our Marquee Matchup squads. And then we're going to open those packs. If I could get to the squad building challenges. Marquee Matchups. So this is our Lazio Fiorentina squad. You see I was able to use a lot of bronze players since I've been kind of grinding that bronze pack method, trying to generate coins. You've been pretty gracious so far with the Marquee Matchup SBCs, and as far as giving us the players, or like giving us the tiles already that we just need to link to. So 3 Italians, 3 Serie A players, so I knocked that out all at the same time. I even have a goalkeeper here at left back because the chemistry requirement is so low. And then I just picked a trio of players from 2 different leagues. So I used the Chinese league, and I think this is the 3rd division of the Bundesliga. Yeah, it is. All of these guys I either already had or they were only 200 coins. I don't think I paid for any of these guys. So 200 coins value for each one of these, but these are guys that I already had in my squad. You get a small prime silver players pack, which I guess for so cheap is probably worth it. It will be especially worth it if we're able to pack a championship player or Argentinian league player. So I'm going to go ahead and submit this. Let's move on to AEK and Olympiacos. Again, EA were pretty gracious giving us these 2 tiles to link up to. I was again able to use a lot of the bronze players that I had already in the club. I actually only had 1 Greek player from the Hellas Liga. So I used him to get the strong link into this tile here to get that on 10 cam, and then I used this left midfielder, which I believe was one of these guys was untradeable. This guy was untradeable. So make sure I get the full cam out of these tiles. And then this guy right here was kind of the linchpin of all this. This is a guy that I packed in the opening up bronze packs for the bronze pack method. Greek from the Swiss League. I don't think he's really even going for that much. He's probably only about maybe 650 coins. Then I linked him up with a bunch of other Swiss League players, and then finished it off because you couldn't have more than 4 from the same nation. So I finished that off with the. These are all English, I think, tier or 4th division. Yeah, these are all 4th division English players to finish that off. You get a small mixed players pack. Not really expecting anything from that, but this was a pretty cheap SBC to finish. Valencia versus Barcelona. This one you actually had to have one of the players from one of the teams. So I used Cheryshev. He was untradeable for me anyway from the packs that we opened earlier. If you want to go check that out, episode 1 of the First Owner Road to Glory. I did end up using an 83 here only because I needed the extra boost just to get, because of the silver basically. I needed to get to 77 overall and I needed an extra rare. So I did use this 83, but I think he's only going for like 1,500 or so coins. 1,300 bid right now, and that's counting down, so really not that expensive. Untradeable. A lot of these guys that I tried to use untradeable. One thing that I would recommend, I do have a CSK Moscow player here, but I would recommend that you try to avoid using players that are participating in the Champions League, just in case EA continue releasing those UEFA marquee matchups. You're going to want to save your players, your Champions League players, for those SBCs. So we're going to go ahead and submit this. And then move on to the last one, which is PSG and Olympique Lyon. And I must have had a left back there that I used in another SBC. So let me see what I've got. See if I can add back this guy. I must have doubled up and not realized it. I could probably use this left mid. Let's see who I've got. I got a bunch of untradeable guys here. Let's try one of these guys. Boom. There you go. I didn't even need to use a left back. That works out just fine. So I used mostly Argentinian league players to get to kind of fill out the rest of the squad. I think all 3 of these are Argentinian league. These 2 are Liga MX. I used some Bundesliga players. I think this guy's untradeable. That guy's not untradeable. So I was able to use just a lot of stuff that I already had in the club. You get a jumbo gold pack for this, which really isn't worth it just by itself. Maybe it will be for me just because of the untradeable items, but if you're buying this from scratch, I don't really know that a jumbo gold pack is worth it. But that's going to finish off our marquee matchups. So we get this jumbo gold pack, and I think we get a premium gold players pack for finishing all 4 of these. Yeah, we get a premium gold players pack. So that cost me, I added everything up before I started recording, that cost me about 14,000 coins worth of players that were actually tradable. And right now on FUTBin, the marquee matchups SBC is about 21,000, so I saved about a third of the cost just from untradables that I was able to use. Before we open the packs real quick, I just want to show you guys my transfer list so you see like where some of the coins are coming from. There are 10 silver players packs in the store right now, so I opened a few of those. That's where I got these from. Wow, only 150 for the championship. So I've just been grinding the bronze pack method to sell all of these items here. So even the contracts are selling with the weekend league and stuff that's going on right now. I sold a jersey, some managers, kit, squad fitness, the training items, a badge. Been pretty lucky so far, I think, in the bronze pack method. So I'm going to clear these so we got some space. These have just, I didn't realize I had a second one of those. So I just used Gerard Moreno there. I think a bunch of other stuff just expired. I do have another Greek League player that I was selling, or keeping in case I needed to use him. So this guy's going for about 2.5k. So I'll list him up right now. Hopefully we get that sale. Make back some more coins. I'm going to relist all of these guys. And then we're going to get into our packs. So hopefully we can, I know I really need a Calcio A or Serie A center back. because right now I have DeRossi and then some 75 rated guy. I don't remember what his name is off the top of my head. I think I'm going to start with the mixed players pack. So hopefully we can pull something here that will actually be useful, although I'm not really expecting anything from that. Lindelof, though, someone who would definitely be useful for the for any future SBCs, being a Man United center back. Do we get any? We don't get any useful things. We got another Marshall Jansen and a Scottish League center back. We'll send both of those up to the transfer list. See how much Lindelof is going for. Probably about 900 to 1,000 coins. That's not too bad. We get Japanese League rare. A couple other things that'll be useful in future SBCs. Let's open the small Prime Players packs. Small Silver Prime Players pack right now. Again, we're just looking for championship players, Argentinian league players, or if we could get lucky, another like Greek Hellas league player. We do get a Club Bruges silver. A little bit unlucky there, but all these guys will be useful, especially like this Club Bruges. You know, eventually there will be a Belgian league. That last year there was also a Japanese league SBC. So these guys will all have their uses eventually. Let's open up this jumbo gold pack. Again, not expecting too much. I'm hoping we can make back, our 14, 15k that we spent. Do we at least get a rare? We do get a rare player. No board. Danish. Oh, look at that. Christensen. I'll take that. I'll take that. That's another good pull. 82 rated. Oh, we get Mikel Antonio as well. He's probably not going for too much. That's not bad. That's another 1,000 coins. A lot of players in that pack. I'm going to quick sell the manager. We'll keep the contracts. Actually, let me look real quick. Some of these Spanish guys might be worth something just for the, oh yeah, like this guy right now. I'm going to list this guy up. This is a second division, I think. I'm going to list him up as well. The Spanish guys are going to be selling just because of that SBC, the Marquee, or the FUT Swap one that we just finished. I'm going to list up Javi Garcia as well, former Manchester City player. We're going to keep all the contracts. Fitness, we get a squad fitness card, which is probably about 1,000. Ooh, oh no, yeah, I was going to say about 1,000 coins. I'll sell that right now for like 800 just to get the coins right now. Deadeye, basic, a little unlucky with the chem styles. Hellas League Manager card. We're going to quick sell all this, send this to the club. So we got 2 more packs to open. We got a Jumbo Premium Gold pack and a Premium Gold Players pack. So I'm going to open the Jumbo Premium Gold pack. No 86 plus. We do get a gold rare. We get a board. Italian, CDM, DeRossi again. Unfortunately, we do already have him, but I'm sure he's worth at least a couple K. He's a really, really good CDM. If you guys have a Serie A team that you're going with, oh, we do get Petacek as well. And we're rolling in the 82 rated Premier League players right now. Let me go look at, oh, we got Alex Teixeira as well. I'll send him up to the transfer list. Daniela De Rossi. Wow, only 1,800 coins. Definitely thought that he would have been more. I actually think I'm going to hold on to him for now, just because of, like, there's no way that there's not going to be a SBC in this somewhat near future that where 83s are going to be worth that little. Gladiator Chem Style, I'm going to sell the stadium. We'll hold on to all this. Fitness cards, contracts. Actually, I'm probably going to list these contracts up. I'm already kind of, it's getting a little bit much. I'll just sell them for 250 just to get rid of them. I've already got a little bit more than 100 of them in the club, I think, right now. Russian League, Italian. This guy might sell. I'm going to hold on to him just because I know I don't. Oh, and a Spanish League left back. Another guy that'll probably sell for a good amount of coin. I'm going to list him up right now just because of the SBC. Petacek. Not even a rare anymore. That's kind of sad. Less than, I guess about 1,000 coins. I'm going to hold on to him though. He'll be really useful in a future SBC, I'm sure. Be it the UEFA Marquee Matchups or regular Marquee Matchups. We're going to quick sell all of that. And we'll open up our last pack. Hopefully we can get another board out of this. Here we go. No 86 plus. Can we get another board? We cannot. Right wing. Pedro, though, another Premier League 82 rated player. We got Petacek, we got Christensen, we got Pedro. I think I already do have Pedro in the club. Yeah, we do. We got Matty Ryan, a Greek from the Calcio A. Hmm. This one might not be a bad option. This guy seems to be pretty cheap right now. 900 coins, 850. This one might not be a bad option if you guys need to complete that Hellas League SBC. If you can get just a couple of non-Greek Hellas League players if you don't have any, and then use someone like Carnesius here. I think it'll make that a lot cheaper for you guys. I'm going to send Pedro up to the transfer list. We'll send actually all these guys up to the transfer list and store the rest. So we weren't able to really pack anything that's going to fit into our team, but I think we definitely were able to at least make our money back in the value of the players that we turned in for the FUT Swap and for the Marquee Matchups. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. Go ahead and subscribe to the College Avenue YouTube channel. Check out the other things that we have going on there. We do 2 weekly podcasts, the Jacob and Me podcast, myself and my friend Richard, where we basically talk about a wide variety of pop culture. We talk a little bit about history and politics. We also talk about sports, major sports, primarily in the U.S. in that podcast. And then our other podcast is called Across the Pond, where Richard and I cover European football reviews and previews for the week's matchups, as well as the Champions League and occasionally the UEFA League. So go ahead and check that out. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll catch you next time.